Hello everyone. Today I'm going to explain what you should do for assignment 7.3. Exactly is similar to the last assignment 7.2. Before I want to explain and dig in the code, let's run the project. If I run it, so in this assignment, so we add some item to the menu. Please, before you listen and watch this video, please read the assignment 7.3. So then you understand what I'm talking about. So before this assignment, you completed this form. You insert new students, and then at the option 2, you update information for the file, and then print for students, print all information for students in the file, and then exit. For this assignment, I want to ask you to add a new courses. So we create a courses, for example, a Java. So the Java has some information, what's the code of this course, and I will explain with details. And then after we add some courses, then some students want to enroll at this course. For example, you enrolled in the Java classes, CIC 505. So at the number of 5, we enrolled students in that classes. And after that, maybe some of the students want to drop the course from the class. Number 6, drop students from the course. And number 7 and 8, print courses, and number 8, print courses at the wait list. So let's explain what's going on. So when I run this program, take a look at here. The first time mentioned that, okay, they figured out a student's info file and 6 students are there. So that's related to the previous assignment. So let's print these students, go to the number, I choose number, print all information. And I can see, okay, there's 6 students here. And all of the student ID are unique. Take a look at it, this case. So what I want to do, the first step for your assignment is add a new course. So I'm going to click add a new course. So I'm going to the form. They mentioned that course code. What is your course code? For example, CIS underline 505. And ask you, what's the name of the course? It's Java program. And how many students the capacity should be at this class? I write 3 and then enter. So it's done. They mentioned that save one course to the courser.txt. So it means that this information saved in the file with the name of courser.txt. So if I go here, probably, let's refresh this, guys. Okay, take a look at here. So this file with the name of courses.txt was created. There's a course code, course name, and capacity is 3. So far, so good. Okay, so right now we have a one course. And number 5 tell us the student want enroll students in the course. So some students like you wants to enroll in this class. So I'm choosing number 5, enroll students in a class, and then mention that, okay, enter the student's ID to enroll. Because as you know, the student ID is unique. So I said, okay, the student with student's ID 100. And they mentioned, okay, this is students 100, student ID is 100. They want to enroll in which course? So CIS underline 505, enter. And mention that a student enrolled in the course CIS 505. And again, another students want enrolled. So I go here, click 5. Okay, what is the student ID? Student's ID. So let me show you here. Here's the list of students. So students, so you can see here, okay, 110, for example. And again, it go to CIS 505, and it said, okay, students enroll in the course CIS. And again, I want another students want to enroll. So what's the students 130, CIS 505. So right now, 3 students enroll at this class. And make remember that the capacity of this class was 3. But again, another students with students ID 140 wants to student enroll in this class, CIS 505. They mentioned that course is full. A student added to waiting list for this class. So it means that so we have a waited list. So you should create a waited list for this course. And again, another guys wants to enroll in this class with students 140. I think we assigned 140 to this class. If I added CIS underline 505, they mentioned that students is already on the waited list for this course. So we added. So again, another students, 150, I think we have 150, yes. And CIS 505. They mentioned that course is full. A student added to this. So far, so good. So here is the concept, exactly like a real. So the student enroll in the class until the class will be full. The capacity you created is 3. And after that, any students want to be added, it go to the waiting list. So if I go to the print a course roster, so I select 7, and which course, enter a course CIS 505, they show us, okay, at this course, there's a 3 students enrolled, and this is the information for this day. Eva, Ethan, and Emma, they majors computer science, cybersecurity, and biology. And you can see the GPA. So these 3 students was enrolled at this class. Okay, and if I want to see the waiting list, print the courses waiting list. So if I click 8, choose 8, and waiting list for which course? CIS 505. Enter. They mentioned that for this course, 2 students are in the waiting list, Jacob and Leah. So far, so good. Okay. But the good, interesting part is drop students. So if the students drop from this course, there is a room for one of these 2 guys, they are in the waiting list. So I'm going to the drop a course. So select the 6. And they mentioned that enter course code. This is CIS 505. Which students? So the students they enrolled was for 100. So when I click these guys, what's happened? They mentioned students drop from the course. Also, students 140 moved from waiting list into the course this guy. So it means that so the students 140 right now shouldn't be in the waiting list. It should go to the list of the class. So I want to make sure it happens. So I would print the list of the course, which course CIS 505. This time to tell me, okay, Ethan, Emma, and Jacob with student ID 140 right now, he automatically came to the class, and I want to check the waiting list of class. Which class? CIS 505. They show me, okay, only one guys are here. And so here is your project for the week 7. So that's the main project for you. And you have to complete number 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exit is exit. So if I select 9, they mentioned, okay, goodbye, it's done. So far, so good. Now let's go to the code and figure out what's going on. So again, we have this time, instead of 3 class, we have a 4 class. This is a demo students, exactly what we had, but this time we added some option add to the new course, enroll a student in the course, drop, print the course, and print the course waiting list. So far, so good. So here you have it. You don't need to change. In the students class, we had a students class, and because we want to compare it, so that is what we had. We explained about the student class, but remember that this part is related to assignment 7.2. You should complete this part. Okay, so you added this part because I couldn't write it here because it was related to last assignment. So that is a student class. Nothing happens. Exactly the same project. We created a new class with the name of course. So course has a 3 fields: course code, course name, and capacity. As you can see here in the file, when they save it, they saved course code, course name, and capacity. So far, so good. And then we created 2 collection. One of them is list, array list. That is for enrollment of students who enrolled specific at these classes. For example, for enrolled in the Java classes. Another one is for waiting list. So we created an array queue. So you go to the queue exactly like when when the class has a room, find a room, a first guy in this queue automatically should shift go to this enrollment. So far, so good. So the enroll means that the students enrolled at this class, and waiting list is students are waiting at the queue for these guys. Take a look at it. The first one is a list enrolled, and we implement with array list. And the second one, because it's queue, is a queue, and we implement with array queue. And also, nothing happened. It's constructor, getter, setter, something validation. There's one thing I think so is full. There's a method with the name of is full. That is your first assignment for this to-do one. So you write your code. When the course is full, when is full, you should check this enrollment, for example, 3, if it's bigger than capacity, then it's full. So you should return true or false. Is full means when, for example, 3 guys are enrolled in this Java and the capacity is 3, so it's full. So you should have return true. So it's easy piece of a cake. Actually, we wrote the code here, and we should just complete it and change the return. That's the course. So far, so good. Let's back to the demo. So do you remember in the previous assignment, first we read the file, we load a student from file. If something was available, they mentioned, for example, at this example, mentioned 5 students was available. Here, can you see 5 students are available loaded? And for the loaded class, there is no course are available. We didn't create it. So far, so good. So let's go to the last class, and you should complete some part here. Again, I explained from the scratch. Here is the class. So students insert, update, print, file. You know about that. We talk about that this times about the courses. Exactly similar students. We have to add courses, enroll it, drop it, print it, and waitlist. That is what we want to do that. Okay, so we created a private static final student file as a student info.txt like before. And here's the header, first name, last name. And here is the name of the course.txt. You shouldn't change these parts. And here is the header, course code, course name, and capacity. When you save it, you can see something like that. Correct? So we have two classes, Java programming, and this is Java Spring here. And where was he? Here. Okay. Also, before this assignment, we had the two collection. One student, 1 week record and save a student's object in this array list. Another one, students by ID. It was a map. And we map a student's ID to this object to figure out, because the student ID should be unique. This time we add another one, another hash map with the name of course by code. It means that here is a course code of course, and here is the object of course. So the code is unique for a course. So you shouldn't do anything. You should just read it and understand. So for here, load the students from file. So we talk about that. So load the students from file, and we shouldn't do anything here. Here is save students to file. So exactly that's related to the previous example. You shouldn't do that anything. They save students to the file and print a student from file. So they print a students from file. So if you click on number 3, they print a student list of the students. Nothing happens here. Print a student from memory. So this part is related to the previous assignment. You have to complete this part for this assignment again, because it's not part of this assignment, but it's related to the previous assignment, assignment 7.2. Nothing new here. And insert a student's flow. So it's how you insert a students here. Nothing new here. And update the students follow. Again, when we want to update the students, nothing new here. We talk about you shouldn't do anything here. And course loaded. So that's the second to do for you. So load course from file. So exactly load a student from file. That is the load course from file. So it opened the file and then have to load it and save it informations. Be careful. We should save information in the course by code. So far, so good. That is the second part. So exactly like when you load the student from file, take a look at that part and figure out how we write it here. Load from file, load the student from file. Exactly similar to this guide, but this times it is for course. So when we run it, they read this file, load it from file. Okay, so that is easy. You know how you can write it. So when you read the information, you have to parse it and create the object of a course and then save it in the course by code. Also, another part is save course to the file. So here is how to save course to the file. So you get the list of the course are available in the new list. And here, before you save the course in the file, actually we save it, the code is ready. The only thing in the to do 3 you have to write it is you should sort this course. Take a look at in the student class, because when we use a comparable. and because we implement comparable, so we have to implement compare to method. If you remember, there was a two solution for when you want to sort objects. The first one was comparable interface. That's what the students. The second one is we are going for the course. We are not having implement comparable, correct? So what we should do, we should use a compare course. Take a look at the material, how you can use a compare courses to sort it. Okay, so please sort it, and then after sorted, it will return in the file. That is your task 3 for you. So the only thing is for you sort the list of course, sort this list. And the next part is add course flow. So they ask you, okay, so course code, what is the course code? Insert your course code. So course can, so if it was empty, they mentioned that, so we write it the code and check it, it shouldn't be empty. Then they check in the hash map if it was available, mentioned course with that code already exists. So the course should be available. So that is, you shouldn't do anything until this parsed. So write your code here. So complete this method. What is this? Hold on. I think, yeah, add course flow. So you shouldn't do anything, I think. So yes, you shouldn't do anything. In the next part, you should do in the to do for is add course flow. It means that, enroll students in the course. So here, when you click enroll the number 5 student in the course, they call it these guys. When they call it these guys, they ask you if a student is empty. If it wasn't empty, no students load. So that's correct. We wrote it for you. And the next part we are checking is course by code shouldn't be empty. So first check, is any students available? If it passed, then go, is any course available? Because we have to create the course. And if it was available, then mention, okay, right now, enter students to enroll. Which students want to enroll? So you got the student's ID, a student by ID, and get a student's ID because you got it from the console. And then in the students by ID, get it this guys, and know you have this student. If it was null, check is it null or not. If the pass it wasn't null, then ask you enter the course code. So these students want to enroll in the which course code. For example, we wrote it 505. And then after that, we should assign these students to these guys. So far, so good. That is the one thing is important. You should complete enroll students in the course, option number 5. Another one is drop students, number 6. If you want to drop students, what happened? So check it, the course is empty. And then we wrote this part for you. And from here, and enter students to drop. You got it, a student's ID. What we should do, you should complete this part. Remember that when you want to enroll at this part, when you want to students enroll it, and if the capacity was full, it should go automatically to the waiting list. You should handle it here. Don't forget. And when you want to remove the class, remove the students from the course, when you remove the course, check it. If the waiting list was available, then move one student from waiting list to the list of the course. So far, so good. Exactly what I explained in the first. And that is to do 5. And print course roster flow, I think you shouldn't do anything. And Print course waiting list. And here is for the last one, print course. You want to print the course of waiting list. Here, number 8. You have to complete this part. I think it's really straightforward. And if you have any question, please let me know. And as always, I mentioned that please practice, practice, practice. If you want to be successful in writing a code, because as it's this part of the code is for the backend, it's backend software engineering. You have to start writing, understanding what's going on. So that is really good example for you to improve your knowledge. Have a good one. Bye bye.